Hello, hello. Spark Sheep bloopers. Yes, that's what we're playing today. Spark Sheep bloopers. That sounds about right. Yeah, if anyone's familiar with the movie, it is very honestly, this game really captures the spirit of the movie. A huge hive mind of soldiers who are very, very overwhelmed and die immediately. It's the best way to describe it. But yeah, it's basically it is a horde style survival or a horde defense game where just like 16 people randomly get matched together to defend against them. You were sort of expecting Prey. Prey seemed a bit too much for today. I don't think I could handle the high difficulty. I guess I could have played Prey on normal, just like casually, but I didn't really feel like doing a no neuro mod run today. But it's been a slow day. Just didn't want to skip stream entirely. So we're doing a cozy game, which while it is maybe not, it's cozy, but I do die a lot. But it's one of those games where if you die, it's just like, yeah, whatever. You'll be back in like 30 seconds when the wave ends, or you just lose. You get decent rewards in this game, regardless of if you win, which is really nice. Because you get experience for every. Oh, it's this one. Okay, we might be doomed, but you do get experience for every kill and just for completing like side objectives. So it is nice that you don't actually have to fully win. But yeah, we have a big old pistol and a grenade launcher as this class, and shoulder-mounted cannons. We can steal some first aid, which is also very nice. But yeah, maybe we'll try Prey next week. Next Thursday. Wait, am I streaming next Thursday? My schedule is a little bit weird next week. I think it's Monday that I'm not streaming. So I'll have to do meme run Tuesday again. Sorry, terrible time Tuesday. So we get that alliteration. Also, I haven't. Ooh, I think this game is a bit too loud. I'll have to lower it. I don't think it's like excessively loud, but it's louder than I normally keep game volumes. I think it reset when I switched folders, because I'm fairly certain the config file reset. Or during the Windows reinstall. Okay, now's a decent-ish time. Audio. There we go. That looks about the normal levels. And it sounds a lot more normal to me too, because it was also really loud in my ears. So this is an ARC. I don't know what it stands for, but this one is the original mission that they used to have. They've added different game modes since then, but this one you just have a bunch of like small missions that you have to do, and then you get to building your base at the end. But looks like I joined about halfway through, so we are currently in the base building phase. And this is one of those things where a lot of people get mad at a lot of people in this kind of level. Because you can kind of see in the top left, there's an objective to deliver ore and stuff. And if you deliver too much, the mission starts. Like the final wave starts, which is not great. Because if you do it immediately, you don't have the player count or the base built to actually hold out, which is rough. And it's one of those things where if it's your first time doing the mission, you don't actually know. Like, there's actually no indication that you shouldn't immediately. Oh, that was rough. But there's like no indication that you shouldn't immediately finish the objective. But yeah, you die in like 2 hits. So if an enemy sneaks up on you, you're just a goner. There's also, I don't think there's that many people right now. Yeah, we only have half a party. So if we were to like try to start it right now, we would be doomed. Because I'm fairly certain this game does not scale the enemy count to number of players. So you just kind of lose if you don't have enough. There's really not much to make up for that. I wonder if I can join him up there. Might be able to. This is definitely a better spot. Nice little aerial grenade launcher sniping spot. The only issue is I don't really know where ammo is, and the grenade launcher has a grand total of like 30 shots. But we will not have ammo for a fair while, with a decent length of time with this mission, unless I go back to the spawn point, which I think is this thing. So that's quite the trip to get ammo. So I just need to not waste too many shots and use my sidearm, which is a bit sad because, I mean, I have a massive grenade launcher, right? I want to use it. Yeah, it gets really hectic. This one is off to a slow start. Maybe I'll just do Horde mode. Horde mode gets hectic a lot faster. I feel like this one is very, very slow, and then there's like a massive wave at the end. And then it's over. But then there's like a hive mode, which I'm not sure if that's the name. But there is one game mode where you basically just go into the tunnels and you try to capture the eggs or destroy the hive and some eggs along with it, which is like 10 to 20 minutes of just chaos. Then there's Horde mode, which just, honestly, it ranges from like 5 minutes to half an hour, because it really just depends how good your team is. It's very easy to fail immediately in Horde mode, because sometimes, basically the issue with this, not really issue, but this is a hive mind game, right? So you have a very high chance of just not everybody having a direction at all. So sometimes you just don't get walls around like half your base. Massive grenade launcher, is that what the cool kids are calling them now? Yeah, it's a massive. I got a massive one. I mean, it's above average, right? It's above average grenade launcher. Oh, but I also have this thing, which is pretty cool. Like napalm shoulder-mounted cannons, which are great to use in tunnels, because when you use them in tunnels, nobody can see anything, which is really fun. Yeah, I have like, it's so few bullets, and I accidentally interrupted my reloading animation by climbing that. I'll just jump down here. It seems easier. It's closer to the action, closer to the ammo. What are my... Oh, right, I have a jetpack. I do not have a jetpack. Someone has a jetpack. But I don't think this guy does. They used to. They had a big update, like, I think it was like 3 months ago or so at this point, where they split all of the classes, because they used to only have 3. And then they basically split each of those classes into 2 classes, which is really, actually, really cool. Because before, the Demolitionist class was also like the Jetpack Sniper, which is a weird combination, which did work. But now they have like a dedicated Demolitionist, which also really works. Because, I mean, you can't go wrong with shoulder-mounted cannons. You can miss, though. Still have not figured out how to aim that, if I'm being honest. I think you just hold and aim, but usually I just tap it, and then it just fires wherever I'm looking at, and usually there's not an enemy there. Also, I have no ammo. That was a mistake. But yeah, this game's it's really fun. It doesn't have a ton of content. It's still in early access, but I do quite enjoy it. It's good to just play like a few hours every couple months. It's not like a game I can binge and play non-stop, but when I do play it, it's a great time. Because sometimes you just want to shoot giant bugs. I also picked up Helldivers, which is definitely more popular, but I wasn't feeling that today. This one's much better for just like pickup groups, from what I could tell. Because I tried playing a bit of Helldivers, and if you don't go in with a party, it seems really hard to just find people to play with. Because its matchmaking just puts you like in the middle of a match, as opposed to like waiting for a full party. Unless there's like some other matchmaking that I wasn't aware of. But I do want to play Helldivers at some point and actually give it a fair shot. I just need to figure out how to do that. That isn't just me like soloing a mission for 15 minutes before someone joins and then leaves. Because that was my experience yesterday when I was testing the game. But who knows. I don't think I'm supposed to be defending this spot anymore. I guess this is where our final base will be. It's just not... We don't have resources right now to build. Because I have this like build thing, and all I can really do with it is... nothing. It's glitched out. I can build short walls, but yeah, it's not really worth it. think Helldivers is like Left 4 Dead, but with less brains and more pew pew. It's a lot different than Left 4 Dead. It felt more like, I guess, the game that I'm gonna compare. I was gonna say it's like Deep Rock Galactic. They're all just horde games. All horde games in general, I guess, are pretty similar. That one felt more akin to like Deep Rock Galactic to me than it did Left 4 Dead. And I think it's because Left 4 Dead actually has NPCs, so you can play it solo, whereas Helldivers doesn't really. And like Deep Rock Galactic also doesn't really have good solo play support. So that's why it just felt a lot more similar to that. Yeah, they are horde games. I also considered what's it called? World War Z. I almost played World War Z today, which is very much similar to Left 4 Dead. But, you know, based on the World War Z, I don't know if it's a novel or movie. So the zombies can make piles of, like, towers of zombies to climb stuff, which is actually really cool. You have DRG, but you're not really feeling it. It is not for me. Anything that studio makes, actually, is not for me. Or publisher. Because that's the same publisher that they have Satisfactory and Valheim. And these are all games that are all like 95% positive that I just have not vibed with. So I feel like I just don't like the direction their games tend to take. Because I feel like that is too much of a coincidence. I feel like there has to be some similarity between them. If I don't like any of the three that everybody loves, specifically from that dev or publisher. But yeah, I could never get into Deep Rock. My friends absolutely loved it. And at least I don't have buyer's remorse from it because somebody gifted it to me, but that gives me like gifter's remorse because I just feel bad for not liking it because someone got it for me, and we played it once and then never played it again. There's nothing bad with it though. Like, it's a perfectly fine game. I just couldn't vibe with it. This is one of those things. Some games you just don't vibe with, even if there's no real reason, right? Like, I literally have 0 reasons to not like it. Just something about it didn't push those happy buttons. Also, is that a bombardier? You liked Valheim, you played Satisfactory with a friend, but no, not feeling it. Yeah, I get that. But that's how I am too. Like, whenever I say I don't like it, I don't have a reason. It's just like, I don't know. I don't feel it. I don't vibe with it. There's nothing bad. It just doesn't. It's not my thing. Which is weird, because like genre-wise, all of them check all of the genres I like. Which is why it's weird that I can't place it. Valheim, I didn't try that one with friends. I feel like that one would have definitely been better with like a group of friends. But when I play a survival craft game, I usually either play them with one friend, or I like just playing them while listening to like podcasts or watching YouTube or something. So they're not, to me, they're not play with friend games. I just wanted something that I could play solo. And that game felt too slow for solo play. You know what survival craft is really good though? Grounded. I don't know if I've talked about it before, but like, I think it's made by the Fallout New Vegas developers, or its studio. I don't know how much overlap there is, but I don't know how game development works, to be honest. But they're both Obsidian Entertainment. And Grounded is just, it's an absolutely phenomenal survival craft because it actually has like a story, but you can just kind of like build stuff as you want. So it gives you a direction if you don't just like mindlessly building, and it just becomes like a 50 to 100 hour survival craft. But it's also just super clever because it's like Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, but you know, a survival craft. So just lots of creative uses of giant objects. You think that's fair? Some people just don't like some games. You love Factorio, but 3D version just isn't your thing. Yeah, I don't... Yeah, I for some reason, 3D Factorios never sit well with me either. Oh, and yeah, it's incredibly demanding. And very poorly performing. Like, it's demanding, but also just not... It's not a consistent performance. Like, I could deal with low performance, but it fluctuates like crazy. So you just I get a ton of micro stutters when I play Satisfactory. Like, while I can run it, every time I, like, transition between, not biomes, chunks? The chunk equivalent, I guess. Every time I walk between, like, a chunk border, there's, like, a huge micro stutter, and that drives me insane. Because usually, you know, your factory is probably going to be on a chunk border, unless you try really hard to avoid it. But it is pretty. It is pretty. Are there any other 3D survival crafts that have come out recently? I see a lot go into early access. I have not seen a lot get finished. Like, there's a lot of automation games in early access that I'm like, oh, I'll look at these in like 5 years, and then they're abandoned. But I guess they're probably a fair amount of work. There's Foundry thingy that's in now. Is that a game? Tectonica. Okay, I've heard of Tectonica. I've not heard of Foundry. Also, this game, speaking of demanding, this game is also not well optimized. But it's weird because the game doesn't graphically look that much different in lower settings. So I think they just don't have a wide range of graphic settings. Because this is on medium, and high looks identical, but plays way worse. Came out today. Okay, that's why I haven't heard of it. I might look into that. Is it a 3D? Is it a 3D thing? I guess if it's probably still early access, huh? Yeah, was that in the talk of just generic survival for generic factory games, or was it 3D? 3D thingy, cool. Maybe there is one, because I used to like Tekkit. Yes. Well, okay, hold on. You'll have to give me. This uses both my hands, and I can't pause, so I have to get to a safe spot. Okay, this looks good. Okay, there you go. Okay, let's see what this game is. Okay, it doesn't like the link on my on this device, but it's I can easily just look it up in between matches because it sounds cool. Just any factory game is always worth like checking out. And 3D ones I feel like are always more likely to eventually get controller support, so I'm always hopeful because there's literally no reason there's absolutely no reason a first-person shooter or any first-person game shouldn't have controller support. Like, Satisfactory I think would be really fun if it had controller support, because I could play it a lot more casually. And the game is not complex, right? Like, it doesn't have a ton of controls. So it's just kind of silly to not have controller support in 2024. Unless you're like an RTS, but even then, controller support for RTSs are fantastic. People just don't try. Or like, good luck on blowing myself up. I didn't blow myself up. Or good job. GG. There's like no, you don't deal that much damage when you hit yourself. You can withstand like one hit from a creature though. Or like one artillery bombardment. So there's really, there's not much you can do to not just get one shot. Now if I had the det pack, that gets me a lot. Do I want to move those? I feel like I should move my thermocharges.
The base is under attack in the eastern quadrant.
Oh god, I can't read the I can't read the letters. Where's east? Oh, I'm looking at it. I think we're doomed. I'm just gonna put that out there. I don't think there's hope for us. Because nobody has built any of the refinery. Like, I know we're supposed to wait on it, like that's what I was talking about earlier, but I think we waited a bit too long. And now the enemies are like
The base is
max
under
threat,
attack in the eastern
and we
quadrant.
have nothing built. We'll see. Maybe we'll be fine. There's a lot of enemies being tagged right now. I wonder if that's concerning. Probably. Probably concerning. Oh no, oh god. I might die. This might be the end of me.
The base is under
I was
attack in
not
the eastern
reloaded.
quadrant.
I didn't have any.
Okay, operator.
Oh gosh.
As part of the Foundry
What is
initiative.
that? Oh, the foundry
Okay,
started. Oh my
operator.
gosh.
As part of the Foundry initiative.
It's screaming at me. The foundry trailer will not stop playing on repeat forever now that the link finally loaded. That is funky looking. That's a very cartoony. I like the look. It's not what I expected. I don't really know what I expected,
The base is under attack
but it has a
in
cool
the
vibe.
eastern quadrant.
Oh my gosh, that was cool. I feel like I should have died there. I'll probably die soon, but I'll live to fight another second at least. There is an artillery dude in that direction. I think I'm doomed. Or we're doomed. I'll just go back to defending the base. That's what this character's best at. Oh, wait. Wait. I have heals. Someone else healed me, too. So I didn't have to sit there, like, thriving on, like, 5 hit points. Whoops. Okay, so where are these guys at? It's the same level as Tectonica, crafting automation exploration game. See, I don't actually know that much about Tectonica. I only know the name. But crafting automation exploration sounds like any 3D automation game to me.
The base is
The real
under
thing that will
attack
make
in
me
the
interested in
northern
it is
quadrant.
if it has controller support. So let's scroll farther down the page. It does. It has partial controller support. Which for some reason it says it only supports USB versions of a PlayStation controller. Which is weird. That's bizarre. I've never seen that before. That's like saying it can't use Bluetooth? Is it
The
to
base is under attack in the northern quadrant.
Tectonica? It is to Tectonica. Also, where is this guy? I feel like he's that way. I'm gonna join. Oh, wait, that might kill me. Okay, let's see. Tectonica. It's the Super Sandbox game. Ooh. Super Sandbox.
The base is under attack in the northern
Don't know what that
quadrant.
means. That has a very Minecraft mod aesthetic to it. Is the only way I can describe it. It feels like... No, it doesn't feel like Minecraft mod. It feels like Minecraft knockoff mod to me. I don't know why. Full controller support, though, is pretty cool. Also, I like knockoff Minecraft. That wasn't an insult. It just gives me vibes of indie games I used to play on the Xbox Marketplace,
Northern quadrant.
which was a really good time. Like, what my first introduction to indie games was the whole Xbox had like a specific indie game marketplace that you could browse through, and they were usually like 99 cents. It was fantastic. So I would take my like free gift cards that I got from using Bing Google searches, and I would go and I would buy a random indie game, and there were a lot that looked like
Under attack
that
in
kind
the
of
eastern
aesthetic, and they
quadrant.
were fun. But yeah, full controller support is very nice. Because people do mostly watch, I mostly play Factorio. Having controller-based games that are similar to Factorio is very nice in terms of viewers I have wanting to watch the thing I'm playing. Because it is helpful to stay within the same genre. I mean, it's fun playing different games, but it's also very beneficial to just mostly stick to automation games. That could be one to check out when it goes on sale. There's a lot of enemies over there. We'll probably be fine. Especially if I use my shoulder mounting cannon, which I actually hit people with. I'll take it. I will take that. I've missed every other time I've used it, so I didn't have high hopes. And yeah, the animations in this game,
The base is under attack.
the wall collisions, they're not fantastic. I will say that. This game is it's very rough around the edges. And it lost a lot of its player base pretty fast, which was unfortunate. Because I don't think its average players is that high. It has enough players that you can usually find a lobby pretty fast, but I don't think this game is going to survive. Unless they have like a really big update and just suddenly do like a full release soon. But there's still like a lot of enemy types and maps that they need to add, and I think they need to flesh out the class system still. I think they still have work to do on that. But who knows? It came out at a good time. Because it meant this game had a chance to be popular, like, before Helldivers, and actually get sales. Because I think if it came out, like, this month or last month, I think it would have been doomed. But it came out, like, 6 months ago, a year ago, into early access. But it definitely did not hold on to that steam. Also, once again, I am out of ammo. Oh, and I keep canceling the reload. That's what I wanted to do. Okay, I have a napalm grenade and a shoulder-mounted rocket. Maybe this will help. This doesn't need ammo. It just has a cooldown. Oh, actually, that did help. Got like 3 kills with it. Nice.
The base is under attack in the northern quadrant.
Yeah, for some bizarre reason, I've been craving first-person shooters recently. I'm not good at them. I'm much better at like third-person shooters. Not like I'm great at either of them, but first persons have been great. Really, I don't know. I've been really wanting to play them recently, like Prey, which is not, it's not really a shooter. Because I don't even think Prey doesn't have headshots, does it? I don't think Prey has any form of crit. No, wait, does it? I can't think of it. Does Prey have weak points? I don't think it does on most enemies, but maybe like the robot guys. You're terrible at platforms, but you love them. Same. I'm decent at. Okay, I'm pretty good at 3D platformers. 2D platformers, I don't like a lot of them, but the ones I do like, I really like. Like Celeste was a fun couple. That was a fun couple weeks. Mario Wonder was super good. I absolutely love Mario Wonder. I actually was considering playing that on Thursdays, but I broke my capture. Well, I broke part of my capture card chain. I broke the cable because I did not realize it was plugged in, which was rough. Prey has weak points. It's just not number-based or RPG-based headshots. What does that mean? What does that mean? I know you get the stealth bonus. But like you can't just like hit someone in the eye for extra damage, right? Or am I just bad at shooting? I could just be bad at aiming. I think have we like lost half our team? No, we have a full team. Where is everybody? I feel like I'm not supposed to be here. But this is the arc that... No, this is our main base. We just don't have anybody defending it. Or we have like 2 people defending it. You know, you get numbers when you get enemy. But don't you do that in Prey? When you hit an enemy, you get numbers. Or did you turn that off? No number on hits? Oh, you must have turned that off. It has that on default. It has that by default. Pretty sure. Or maybe it's just a setting, I don't know. But it definitely has numbers for me when I shoot people. I could see it being off for like immersion's sake or something though. I like it because it makes me feel nice whenever I get like 24 damage instead of 17 when I hit someone with a pistol. Oh, I might die.
The base is under attack in the eastern quadrant.
It could also be like Mandela effect, completely hallucinating this entire feature. Which is not impossible. It's not likely, but it's not impossible. Yeah, now I'm curious. Because I feel like I definitely have that numbers. I just don't know if I enabled it or if you disabled it. Or maybe different setting difficulties do things. Oh, do you play with, when you do Prey, do you play with the survival mode or whatever they call it? With the oxygen levels and weapon repairs? You do this playthrough. How is it? It seems mostly just tedious.
The base is under attack in the eastern
The
quadrant.
main thing is like if you walk through electricity, your weapon stops working. Seems annoying. You're doing no wrench. So is it intended that you're not supposed to get the cup, or is that just like a glitch because the game doesn't know how to process missing the glitch? So that part's weird to me. That thing about the Henry Cavill's
Under attack in the northern quadrant.
Henry Cavill's thermos that seems weird to happen because you don't have a wrench, unless they specifically did that. Because there's no like scripted wrench uses, right? Oh wait, maybe there are. Oh, wait, you can't get out of the room without a wrench. Wait, did you have to speedrun clip? You had a speedrun clip, didn't you? Or use like the first day skip? Because I completely forgot the starting room, you have to break the window. You always speedrun clip thingy. Nice. Does it just like skip the first 10 minutes? Is that all it's for? I usually just play with like something that skips day one. Because they also just have mods to do that. Or I watch a YouTube video. Oh, it skips the heli ride? Okay, yeah, that's a lot of time. I either play with a mod that skips it, or starts you on day 2, or I just put on a video.
Is under attack in the northern
That
quadrant.
is literally 6 minutes? Okay. It's really cool the first time. I think the heli ride is fantastic. Being unskippable for subsequent playthroughs, though, is absolutely bonkers. Like, it is a long cutscene. But, like, creative-wise, I think that's such a cool way for any game or show to do credits. To just have, like, the words fly through during some scene. Because I think, I can't think of the name. Suicide Squad? The new one had transitions done like that, which is always really cool.
The Ark is under attack.
Of course, it wasn't 6 minutes, so that makes it a lot nicer. But that's what cheating's for, or speedruns are for.
The Ark is under attack.
It's really funny if you turn off the looking glass and then take the heli ride.
Northern quadrant.
What does that do? Do you just see, like, gray for 6 minutes?
Warning. The Ark is under attack.
Or I guess it would be well, the game doesn't really have reflection. But, like, shadows, kind of gray. It doesn't have full-on reflections. But yeah, I guess you'd see just a dark window. That's fun. I'm assuming that also requires you to speedrun clip out of it. And then you can just start riding the helicopter. With some Bethesda software and Prey on screen. Oh, so you still get some of the credits? That's even better.
The base is under attack in the northern
I always forget Bethesda was part of it. I don't. I think Bethesda makes bad things a lot of the time, but they also were a part of Doom and they were a part of Prey. Maybe it was just the funding, but it always surprises me because those games are so well polished. And then there's Skyrim, which is
The base
different.
is under attack in the eastern
You know what? You're
quadrant.
YouTubing it. Yeah, that's true. They are just the publisher. But still, like, the publisher does have some direction. Also, Arcane has kind of fallen off since then, so maybe it's not too surprising. Because I don't think their games have been well received recently, since Prey. I haven't played them. Because then it's, what's it called? They have that time loop game, Deathloop, and then they also have Redfall, which I'm pretty sure was very not liked. Or maybe just not up to the standards. Oh wait, is that negative? Oh, it's mostly negative. Okay, yeah, we can say it's not liked. I was thinking it was just mixed, but 36% positive reviews is rough. Actually, that's recent. They must have done something. There must have been a recent update that made it especially bad. Because its average is 60%, but its peak low is 35, which is, or its recent low is 35. Prey was overshadowed by the original game. What do you mean Prey was overshadowed by the original game? Do you mean like the one? Actually, I'm not sure what you mean. Like it didn't get much popularity because people just associated it with that one? What? I'm not sure what you mean by overshadowed. Overshadowed usually means something's like better, so people just don't see the other one. More popular, but I guess it was hidden. It just wasn't popular either.
The base is under attack.
I guess overshadowed kind of applies. Because it's the same like gist, right? Like didn't get as much popularity because people just kind of thought it was the old game. Or didn't get as much traction. Because I definitely didn't realize it was a different game. And I had heard terrible things about the original. So I did not consider Prey until 2022. And then I'm like, oh dang, this game is awesome.
Is under attack in the eastern quadrant.
Of course, I haven't played it. I just haven't heard good things about it. The 2001 version. I'm still not sure. I also still am not confident what the difference is. People thought it was a sequel to the original, but it was just a name. Honestly, I always thought they were just completely different games that just coincidentally have the same name. So I don't even know if there's any relation at all. Or if it's like a remake because they realized the original was bad. I don't know. I still to this day do not know because I keep forgetting to look it up to see if they are related at all.
The base is under attack in the eastern quadrant.
That is a tough one though, because admittedly their name is not that unique. So even if it was like a completely fresh game, when you just take a very common noun / adjective,
The Ark is under attack.
it's really it's really tough to have your name, like, your game stand out. Especially since it's not like you can copyright such a basic term that someone can't make a game with the same name either. You always considered it as BioShock in space. You didn't buy it in the beginning, but now it's on sale, and it's like, oh damn. Yeah. So for me, I bought it on sale, and I was like, maybe I like immersive sims. Played a couple hours and was like, okay, this is decent, and then forgot about it. And then I picked it up a second time and was like, oh damn, okay, this is more than decent, and like binged it for like 30 hours because I just played it like twice in a row, which was really, really fun. But I think just when I first picked it up, I just wasn't in the mood for an immersive sim. And then one day I was just really feeling like I wanted a story-based game, and then, yeah, it hooked me. Very good. I don't know how to describe it. I know it's technically the same genre as BioShock. They don't seem similar to me. But there obviously is some similarity. You're gonna mute the stream for the video thing? Okay. Sounds good. Yeah, I really should play BioShock. I think BioShock is the reason I own Steam, isn't it? Wait, what do I own BioShock on? There was a dark time in PC gaming where you could buy things on disc and there was like a 50% chance it just gave you a Steam code. Don't know if anyone remembers that, but it was not good. Because it meant you had it on disc, you had to have the disc, but you also had to have Steam to install it, which meant you had no benefits of a disc, and you had none of the benefits of the disc, and you had to have a physical copy. You couldn't play Half-Life 2, well, without a Steam account. That one makes a little bit more sense, because at least that one is Valve. It's annoying, but at least that one is Valve. Oh, you know what I think it was? It was a Dawn of War game. No, Dawn of War 2. Either Dawn of War 2 or Warhammer Space Marine. I got those two games and BioShock at the same time, because I was like, yeah, sure, I'm going to buy some games on disc to play. And like all of them required me to install them online. The disc was just basically an activation code. And that's how I got Steam, which I'm glad, because I have no idea when I would have got Steam otherwise. If I wasn't like forced to do it to play a game I bought.
This is Vulture 1, evac is on the way.
I've never played Half-Life actually. Maybe I should try that. I wonder if I own it. I probably don't own it. I don't think I've ever bought the orange box on Steam. I think I just bought Portal separately, and that's the only one I own. But I mean, it's also like pretty sure $2 like every single Steam sale, so it's not like it's expensive. I just don't have it. That's another game where I'm unsure what the genre is, because I've never really looked into it. Like, I know it's some kind of first-person atmospheric game, but I don't know what you do. Hit people with a pipe, maybe? I imagine it's an immersive sim where you hit people with a pipe. There's probably a lot more to the game. But that is my understanding of Half-Life. Is that a tiger? No, I think it was just a warrior. Oh, this is a really far extraction. Sometimes the extraction is like 5 seconds from the main base, and sometimes it is very, very far away. Like this one. Yeah, this will also probably be a pretty short stream, like 2 hours tops, because I have to go sign some paperwork. A friend needs a witness on some legal document, so I have to go in stream when the notary gets here, which is supposed to be in about an hour. I'm not sure how long it will take. If it only takes like 5 minutes, I might continue, but I'll probably call it there. Just because it's a slow day too, I probably shouldn't stream too long. I just don't like completely missing Thursdays. 3 days in a row without streaming is rough for like just schedule purposes. Oh, I didn't use my jetpack at all. Okay, I'm pretty sure these... Yeah, these are really cool. The way this game handles the debt charges is... Wait. Okay, I thought they blocked me. The way this game handles the satchel charges, it blows up the ones that you're looking at first, which is really cool, because you can set them at like different entrances. Because I feel like a lot of games used to just do the order you place them, but this way you can place them in different spots and then choose which to blow up, which is helpful if you have to help defend 2 entrances. It has a lot of really interesting aspects. I think this game does a lot really well. Performance-wise, it's not fantastic. Looks-wise, it's really good. Although the animations are fairly glitchy. There's also a double XP on right now. I can't tell if the double experience is 3500 times 2 or just 3500. It's not super clear. Yeah, I really can't tell. Ooh. I don't know if that's useful. I got a lure grenade, which I guess is useful for attracting enemies to a different explosive. But on the other hand, why don't I just toss a grenade at them? That would do the exact same thing. Wait, I have a cluster grenade? Wait, I didn't have a napalm grenade? I spent that whole time thinking I had a napalm grenade. Whoops. Okay, what is this? No, I don't really need that. Honestly, I don't really use my utility that often that I need an extra utility satchel. I could have 2 jetpacks though, which is kind of cool. Okay, let's try a horde. Oh. We're not going to win this, but we're going to play it. So this is the horde mode, which, same general concept, defend your base from aliens. So it's kind of like the last 5 minutes of what that match was, where you just have a base that you have to build up and repair while waves of enemies attack you. There's no main objectives that you have to do other than that, although there are like side objectives that you can do. I don't quite know what the rewards are. I think some give you like weapons, some give you extra resources for building your base. They might also weaken the enemies. The way they describe them makes it seem like they weaken the enemies, but it could just be because you're defeating enemies. So I don't know if it's like one of those things where it's like, you have 10 enemies. If you defeat one of them on patrol, you have 9 enemies. So technically they're weakened. Or if you defeat the patrol and it weakens the other 9 as well that are left. Because it really could be either. Problem with a game that does not have the most... it doesn't have a ton of info about it. But like the important things are very easy to follow. So it's not like it's a big deal. Right, you point at the enemy, you shoot the enemy. You're good. That's all you really need. But there are a lot of like small details that I am curious about. Like weak points. I still do not know if enemies have weak points. And I don't know how I would test that. Because you can't like do a solo mission. So the only way I could think to test it is to just count my bullets during like the chaos, which sounds risky. I feel like I would be too distracted to actually do the mission in that case. If I was keeping track of how many times I shot a weak point. And also would have to know if I actually hit it. Okay, so this is a great start to a horde mission. We are already losing, I think, which is exactly what I wanted. I will survive this wave for sure, unless we lose everybody. Also, I think people are actually using text chat. Yeah, people are actually using the text chat. That's weird. Never really seen that before. I am currently using a controller, so I can't. There we go. Oh, someone already got him. Okay, so he did not get very far, but he did his best. Sometimes you die. That's what Billy and Mandy used to say. See what happens when you help people? They die. Which is also really good show. Don't know. At least it used to be. I haven't actually seen it in a while. I can't picture what it was about, but I used to love it as a kid. That encouraged the Cowardly Dog. Cartoon Network had the best shows.
Check your ammo and make sure the base is repaired.
But I don't think it was like fully Cartoon Network. It was like late at night Cartoon Network, but not Adult Swim. I don't know. I feel like they were their own thing. Or maybe they were just straight up Cartoon Network. Or maybe I'm just imagining the channel and it wasn't that. You know what? Now I don't. Now I have no idea. Yeah, you have about 45 seconds between each mission to
Troopers, you have 10
repair
seconds
your
to
base,
get
which
that
is
base
not a
online.
lot. And also build new things. So unless everybody is on top of repairs, you're pretty much
This is Pyre. Sensors are
have like
indicating
0
a bunch
time.
of regrouping and sending out a new
And you
wave.
can't do any form of repairs or building between the waves. And we don't have a wall here. Someone opened the gate. Why is the gate open? That can't be good. At least I have cluster grenades, though. I don't know if they're effective. They don't seem that clustery to me. It just sounds and looks like a normal grenade. It would be pretty nice if it was a full-on cluster grenade.
The base is under attack in the eastern quadrant.
Also, yep, I figured that was gonna happen. I did not realize I had like 5 hit points when I jumped up there. Yeah, well, like I said, sometimes you die. Someone might res me. I might be down for the rest of the wave. We'll see. Oh, cool. This is a terrible spot to respawn, though.
Emergency. The mobile HQ has sustained. The base is under warning. The mobile
Okay, this one's kind of safe. Oh, not anymore. Not anymore. Okay, we're definitely failing. I don't think we're gonna survive past wave 5. We might survive this wave.
All received. Vulture
Nope.
1 inbound for
We've already
pickup.
lost. Our base was destroyed. They're sending an extraction. So we got like 4 mission. We got to wave 4.
This is Vulture
I might be
1.
able to help him.
Designated
That'd be the
LZ
nice thing to do.
on the bounce.
Yeah, that was a mistake.
Emergency.
At least I wasn't selfish. That's the important thing. And who knows, maybe someone will help us. I don't think so, but there's always a chance. Let's see. Okay, looking at the number of corpses around me, I don't think there's a chance anymore. I'm pretty sure we have 4 people who are just gonna be abandoned. Oh well. Yeah, this is a great start. Yeah, so this game it doesn't have like lobbies where you have to wait for the entire party before the game starts. But so that means whenever you have a small trickle of people initially, it means not everybody joins until like wave 3, and then it's just kind of too late. Because I joined wave 3 on a hard mission, which is not great. And we barely had a full party. So like I imagine we just started off losing the mission because of that, and it just gets worse from there. But I mean, their player base isn't large enough that they can have lobbies in the traditional sense. So I get it, but it is rough. Because I think this game has, I don't know, how do you check peak players? Steam, Starship, Troopers, peak players? Is that something you can look up? Oh, it actually has a lot more players than I thought, though. It has an average of like 500 players, which when it came out, it had like 9,000. So that's only like an 80% loss, right? That's not terrible. And they've had a consistent 500 for the past month. Okay, yeah, the update doubled, like tripled the player base for a little bit. That makes sense. Is there anything to look at that isn't the map? There we go. Oh, now the mission is over. But yeah, there's like 500 people playing right now. Oh wow, the game had an all-time peak of 16K when it came out. That that would have been fun. I think I played it like shortly after release. They actually had to change how they do the map selection, and I'm pretty sure it was to compensate for a lack of players. Oh wow, yeah, we didn't. We were not in that mission very long. Yeah, we got almost nothing, but we are only can't really tell. But I feel like we're fairly close to max rank. But yeah, they used to have a map selection where you could choose the APC mode, the normal like base mode, horde mode, or hive hunt, and then you could choose the difficulty. But now they just kind of give you a limited selection, and you just kind of have to deal with it. So like, there's only one horde difficulty to choose from each time, and I think that's just because their player base is so small, they can't afford to have people queuing up for like 16 different lobbies. So they just kind of randomize them, which I mean works. There's the game modes aren't that different to where like I feel like I'm missing out if I can't play a horde mode on normal that day. I would just do the normal base mode and call it good. Although usually when I'm playing solo, I just tend to do the quick play option, which gets me in the game really fast. But you get a lot of the very slow missions when you do that. So it's a very good, like I said, YouTube or TV show watching game for that. But that means like I don't necessarily want to do that mission type, because the first like 30 minutes of it are just kind of walking in the straight line and grabbing gas every now and then. Like there's really not a ton going on in them. And I think there's two that have very similar names. Like there's Arc, and then I think a different kind of Arc, and I never know which is which. But one of them is like 15 minutes, and the other one's like 45 for how long the mission takes, which is a very large range. Let's join Hellfire, just because it sounds like Helldivers, and we do have Helldiver in the title. So knock off Helldivers. Also, if anyone's wondering about the glitching icons in the bottom right, that is because I have my controller bound to a mouse right now for more precise aiming, because the controller's board in this game was like 8 directional or something. Or maybe it had a large dead zone. I don't remember exactly what, but binding it to a mouse just gives you much better control over the aiming, and it's just way more satisfying to play that way. But because the game auto detects what you're using with no cooldown, it means if I'm aiming while moving, it just pulses between the two nonstop, which is fine. It's not the worst thing. I've seen games that just completely don't allow you to use both at the same time, so that is just objectively worse than a little bit of UI bugs. The best way to handle it is to just make it that it can't change more than like every second, or you just choose which one you want to use. But because I played, I think Grim Dawn can auto detect what you're using, and I have some buttons bound to a mouse in that one as well, and it doesn't permanently break it, or it doesn't break it like this UI. It just occasionally causes issues if I exclusively use the mouse for a couple minutes. So I think they just solve it with a cooldown to prevent, what is the word, hysteresis? I think hysteresis is the word. Our base is terrible. But I guess it has most of... actually, no, I was going to say it has most of a wall, but it really doesn't. Why do we have... Why do we have so many short walls over here? We can't afford actual walls, and we have a random gate and like 8 short walls. Which, okay, don't get me wrong, short walls are fantastic for slowing down the enemy in front of an actual wall. They're not that good by themselves. Like, see, enemies can literally just jump straight into our base. Oh well, we'll survive. Well, we'll manage. We might not survive. Also, how's this cluster grenade work? Okay. It is a cluster grenade. Recorded? Oh, were you recording the... Okay, I thought you were just like looking for a video. You were recording the opening sequence. Got it. Or not the opening sequence without the graphics, right? Or whatever it was. You did say you would mute you. Yeah, I just wasn't quite... I just figured you were just watching an interesting video. Completely did not realize you were just talking. You were referring to that thing. It makes a lot more sense now.
Wave destroyed. Excellent work, Brimstone 1.
Okay, well, we
Check your
survived the
ammo and
wave.
make sure the base is repaired.
That's something. I'm doing my part. I'm gonna add a wall. But yeah, we didn't miss much. I was talking about cartoons and just general aspects of this game that were cool. But I don't know why. Something... Oh, I know what it was. I was just saying sometimes you die in this game, and it reminded me of a quote from Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy. Well, it's not about the graphics, so you'd have to destroy everything, but, well, there's something off. I'll see. Okay. Well, are you gonna share it in the Discord when it's, I'm assuming, uploaded or something?
The base is under attack in the western quadrant.
Keys, yeah, now I'm curious. I also still need to watch the ending you sent me with the neuromod list. So I can skip through the parts that are, you know, that don't change. Because one thing I like about Prey is the fact that it has, you know, story and choices. Like, things you can choose. The thing I don't like is having to sit through the entire epilogue just to get the one sentence that's changed. That part's rough.
Under attack in the western quadrant.
If you just did like a minor change that playthrough. Because I think I did one run and I was like, oh, I'm going to help this one person now and see if it changes. And that was like the only line that changed. And then like one brief thing at the end. When I did the evil one, there was a lot of different dialogue. That one was cool. They did not like me. Which was fair. Very fair.
The base is under attack in the southern quadrant.
Yeah, I know we're under... Wait, we don't have a gate. Why don't we have a gate? Why do we have 6 ramps? Who built this? Yeah, see, sometimes the hive mind is not the best at making decisions. So, for example, 3 ramps next to each other is very useless. But I can delete it.
The wave is destroyed, but the bugs are regrouping. Build back up and rearm for the next assault.
Okay, got it. See, the ending is still Killer Shake. The only real dislike is when you run away with the shuttle. I think... So when I first got that, I know a lot of people, when they get that, they like kind of understand what's happening at the end. I still did not. I didn't quite get it. Also, this is a giant gap in our base. We need to fix that next time. But I had a completely different understanding of what happened, or assumption of what that shuttle ending meant. And then I got to the real ending, and I was like, oh, I was not close at all.
The base is under attack in the western
Was very pleasantly surprised, but yeah, I did not see it coming because to be honest, I don't like predicting endings, just in general when I watch things. So it's not like I was trying to. But like, I very much actively tried to not guess the ending ahead of time, which is like the opposite of everyone else in my family. So whenever we watch like a TV show that's like long running, they keep like after every episode they like try to guess what's gonna happen next, and I'm just like, I just want to mindlessly follow along and see what happens. Don't know why. Maybe it's just 'cause I like the surprised. Yeah, exactly. Best to go and surprised. And like, sure, I probably could guess the ending, but it's fun just being like completely brain dead for it, and then being like awestruck whenever they give like the big reveal, even if it's obvious. It's nice. It's a good way to enjoy films. It's not a great way to promote discussion if you want to talk about the show with somebody before it's done. But you can still talk to them after. It just means you have nothing to talk about if you're still currently watching the series. Or less to talk about. Because I know that's what a lot of people do when they're watching like shows together. Is they just like talk about what happens next. Like that's a pretty common discussion. Yeah, I like the surprise. I'm very... I go out of my way to avoid spoilers. It does not take much for me to have a game, like, spoiled in my mind.
The base is under attack
Although
in the western quadrant.
I'm pretty good about, like, when a story-heavy game comes out that I like, I mute pretty much every single games channel I have on Discord. Because, like, you know, pretty much any public server has, like, a general discussion channel or, like, general games discussion. And yeah, all of those get muted anytime a game comes out that I really care about. Like, when Tears of the Kingdom came out, for example. Everything was muted for a long time. Stop putting a ramp there! Oh, whatever. We'll be fine. With the ramp there, we can't put a wall. So I was hoping to put a wall there and have the ramp facing the other way. So hopefully enemies don't go through. We'll figure it out. You did that with Cyberpunk? Is that game... Oh yeah, I guess that game probably is very story-based. Also with that game... With games that are like kind of mixed reviews... Because they're mixed reviews because a lot of people still like them. Those ones I also really like muting. Because like I like a lot of games that people don't like. It's like I don't want to just hear people list everything wrong with it. But also just, you know, stories. Any game you care about is nice. It's nice to just go in blind, not know anything about the game. Because, like, with a game that's, like, even skill trees, sometimes I don't like knowing what skills you unlock in a game. Although I'm not, like, super paranoid about those. I just don't, like, look up that stuff. For a few months, you were listening to crying for, like, 3 months? What? Is it just a touching story? Or is that separate to the Cyberpunk comment? Because I don't know much about the game. Okay. It seems really fun. I think when it goes on like a sale, I might pick it up. When it first came out, my computer wasn't fantastic, so I didn't even like consider it. But it really does seem like the gameplay is neat. Yeah, glad it was so good for you. I think one of my friends really likes it now. He didn't love it when it first came out, but he played through it recently, and I think he thinks it's a really good game now. Which is why I'm very tempted to buy it. Even though I know absolutely nothing about it. Like, I know it's like an RPG. And it's pretty. I don't know how leveling up works. Or anything about that.
Excellent work, Brimstone One. Check your ammo and make
Yeah, the game it did seem very broken. And just poorly optimized. Like, broken and poor performance is not a great combo. For people to be able to ignore it. Like, I feel like you can live with one of them. But both of them are rough. For people to not focus on anything else.
The base is under attack in the western quadrant.
Oh yeah, for sure. It was definitely a few months. Did the performance get better, or did they just come out with better graphics cards? That's one thing I was always wondering. I imagine the performance improved. Or people just stopped caring about ray tracing, that's also a possibility. Because that is another thing. Most of the stuff that I saw about it were like tech reviewers just doing like performance tests. And it's like, you know, max graphics aren't really necessary most of the time. Yeah, I might keep that out for... I might keep an eye on that for summer sale. Problem with Cyberpunk was that it was made for PS4. They didn't just skip last-gen consoles. Wait, it was made for PS4 and Xbox One? Really? I mean, I guess if you announce a game that long ago and then work on it, you kind of have to honor your guarantee to actually, you know, make it for those consoles. Because it was announced a long time before the Xbox Series came out. That's a rough... I think that's a rough situation for any console game, though. Because, like, what was it? Tears of the Kingdom... a lot of people were wanting Tears of the Kingdom to release after, like, the Switch 2 came out or whatever, you know, which still, you know, has not been confirmed. But there were a lot of people who were just rooting for a new Switch, so that way Tears of the Kingdom could be more technically advanced. Which I get, but at the same time, they announced Tears of the Kingdom like 4 years ago. It would be really mean to say, hey, by the way, you can't play it unless you spend $300 more. Like, that would be brutal. Was for the last ports, they just dropped last port and optimized for the new ones. That is kind of brutal, though. Wait, when you say dropped last gen support, do you mean like they dropped it on the release, as in like they added it, or they just stopped supporting it and it's only for... And they just gave up on Xbox. The Xbox One.
The wave is destroyed, but the bugs
Probably
are
the second
regrouping.
one.
Build back up and rearm for the next assault.
But I'm just thinking like in terms of... They dropped a new patch. So I was questioning it. Our base is pretty small. Patch 2.0 isn't available for PS4. Okay, so the latter. Got it. That is a rough situation to be in.
Move it. 10
I don't
seconds till the
envy...
bugs
I
arrive.
definitely don't envy console developers. Because PC stuff, you could just say, hey, get a new PC, but
A new
that's
wave
less
is
of
about
a...
to arrive. Warm it
I
up,
feel like that's
troopers.
something
Give it
that isn't
everything
as
you
ingrained
got.
into console players. You can't just tell them to buy a new one as easily. And only DLC is new consoles anymore. Yeah, that part makes sense. If they stopped supporting basic gameplay updates, it would be really surprising if they kept doing expansions. I really don't know what's going on in this wave, but like, I think we're doing alright. Let's see, do you think I can hit this guy with like pop shots? He's technically in grenade range. Oh, I think these are hitting.
The base is under attack in the western quadrant.
Did I get him? I definitely weakened him, and then he moved. Okay. Now there's a tiger. Cool. I don't... Wait, what's the last console I owned? I own a Switch. That's the only console I've owned since the 360. I'm very happy that console exclusives are not really a thing anymore. Or if they are, they're not... Like, they are, but they're not as common. If anything, they tend to just be... Why is healing not working? That's weird. Yeah, except for the Switch. Exactly. So I got distracted by healing. But yeah, they're not a thing except for the Switch, which is why the Switch is the one I own. Because that's the only way to play Nintendo games without pirating. And emulating. There are a lot of third-party Nintendo games that do eventually get PC support, but those are always super delayed. Like, I guess not super delayed. Like, Monster Hunter Sunbreak or Monster Hunter Rise. I actually ended up getting that one for the Switch, even though I knew it was going to perform worse, because my brother-in-law also got it on Switch, and I knew I could not handle him talking about the game for 6 months without buying it myself. Like, I wanted to talk to him about it and play it, like, at the same time, so we could talk about how cool the game was. So I caved and just bought it on the Switch. Otherwise, I usually wait for PC ports. if possible. Although, if I'm being completely honest, I was tempted to buy like a PlayStation 5 recently because Earth Defense Force kept getting delayed, like months at a time. They finally have a set release date for the US, like with an actual date. But previously, the only way to play it would be to buy the Japanese version of the game and have a PlayStation 5 to play it on. So that would have been a bit of an investment for just wanting to play a game like a year early. Best is to wait another year after PC ports are out. Yeah, depending on the game, it's usually best to wait, especially for performance or sales. Although usually a lot of times when a PC port comes out, it starts like half price. I think it's pretty common to be like, oh, this is a port, so we're going to give you a 50% discount. But it's usually, yeah, poorly optimized. Because I heard Monster Hunter World performed terribly when it first came out. But I only played it like 3 years after release. And it ran great. Yeah, maybe one day we'll be able to play Mario on PC. Probably not, but it would be cool. Let's see if I hit. Oh my gosh, I did. That was actually a really good shot. They actually did something with the grenades for once. I wonder if there's... I wonder if I'll get the Switch 2. I don't really know. Like I said, it hasn't really been confirmed. And if it has, like, there's still... A lot of people are unsure if it's going to be like an Xbox Series situation, where you have the same game support, it's just worse graphics, or if they're just going to can it, and it's going to be like a DS, 3DS situation. Because I feel like I don't play enough Switch games to be able to justify getting a new console for at least like a couple years into the cycle. Because now they only do something about the performance after a series. Yeah, that's fair. Did you hear about the Dragon's Dogma release? They had terrible performance for like a week, and they released a patch that largely fixed a lot of it. And my cousin was just like really mad that it only took like a week of work for them to fix. And they were just okay with releasing it in the state it was. And it's like, seriously? You couldn't have fixed that ahead of time? Like, there's probably more to it than that, but... He didn't like how the fix was seemed incredibly easy. Ooh, we lost. Or at least quick to do. DD was terrible. Pretty much unplayable. That was a serious rip. Oh, this rip? Yeah. Horde mode gets overwhelming very fast. I would say you only tend to win about like 25% of them, unless you're playing on easy. There's only one horde level that's actually like defendable on any difficulty. The rest of them require you to have a very coordinated team that doesn't make dumb purchase decisions like the one we had today. With like, you know, too many gates, too many bunkers, things like that. Because we wasted a lot of resources on things that were not great for our defensive line. Which is fine, it's fine. You still get tons of experience if you lose. HD is still processing. HD processing takes forever. Even for like a 5-minute video. Because I'm assuming it's like, what, 6 minutes? Which means I'll be able to watch it as soon as my stream's done. See, who's alive? What are these guys doing? He's alive. Oh, wait, is he the only one? Wait. No, there has to be someone else. Okay. He doesn't look like he can get out of that. Oh, wait, no, he's good. You think they prioritize premium members, strangely enough? For processing? What's a premium member in terms of uploading? Like partnered people? Or people who pay Because I always pictured the people who pay only affects the viewing experience, not necessarily the uploading. But I also haven't paid for YouTube Premium, so who knows. The rights... See, the nice thing is my internet is awful, so I'm never going to be limited by any premium service paywall. See, like, you gotta look at the bright side, right? It's like, whenever I download a mod for Skyrim or something off of Nexus Mods, they're like, hey, you can pay like $10 a year and you can do up to 100 megabytes per second. And I'm like, ha, your base rate is still twice as fast as my internet. And I just laugh at them and then realize maybe they're the ones who should be laughing. But hey, it is technically a positive. I will take it. But yeah, it's I try not to think too hard about that sometimes, but yeah, the free rates for most services are generally faster than my internet, and it's kind of funny. I've gotten used to my internet. I've accepted it, learned how to adapt. It's like, one thing I do is I keep most of my Steam games installed. I just move them to different drives. Because I have a friend who just likes to play a lot of different games, and I never know which one he's going to want to play. So, like, if he wants to play a game on a whim that's like 100 gigs, that's like 2 days of installing for me. So instead, I just keep, like, basically an archive drive.
Vulture 1 reporting successful
Also, there is
pickup.
nothing
We're
to
coming
spectate
home.
right now. We just have one guy sitting in... Wait, is he the only survivor?
Got no ammo requested.
I think he might have been the only survivor. Because it did not look great. Okay, we probably have one more match in me. And then I think the lawyer? No, notary is going to be here soon. I think notary. Well, actually, it might be both. I'm not actually sure. Basically, my friend just needed someone to witness something being signed. So I don't know anything about it. I just know I just need to go up and sign it for them. Which is weird to me. Because I feel like one witness plus a notary seems insane. Like, that seems like enough already. But, oh well. It's not a big deal. I'm just confused by the legal system. I think the game glitched. There we go. I was like stuck in map view. Oh yeah, but yeah, see, we lost and we still got like 2,000 experience almost. Because most of your experience comes from fighting. So as long as you're defeating a lot of enemies, you're decent. Ooh, wait, hold up. That's a really cool visor color. And we're only 3,000 experience for max rank for this guy. We might be able to get it this wave if we do well enough. But yeah, at max rank for this class, you get the ability to equip 2 primary weapons. Which means not only will I have a grenade launcher, I will have a shotgun as my sidearm. Which is, they're both fantastic weapons. So whenever I run out of grenade launcher ammo, I'll have an actually good weapon instead of this thing, which is alright. But it can't beat a fully automatic shotgun. Okay, let's see if we can equip this visor skin. It's a lot less pretty. It's a lot less purple in practice, but I guess that works. Okay, let's see. What horde mode options are there? Ooh, there's this one. Wait, does that say... That does not say ARC. Oh, ARC and AAS. Okay. I don't remember which is which. I think this is the basic one. Is this... Yeah, I'm not sure which is which. I think AAS is the one that you have the small missions and then one big horde at the end, and then the ARC is the one where it's like incredibly slow and then one massive wave. Because that's the one we did earlier that just took like 40 minutes. And it was just me standing alone next to the base for the vast majority of the time because nobody else was defending with me. or that doesn't remind me of anything, but the YouTube conversation reminded me of me not uploading. I have not done VOD uploads or made a new video in a while. It's been a really busy month, so I've not had the energy to make a new video, but I should at least get back to uploading VODs. But yeah, I've had quite the time adjusting to the new physical therapy routines, hence why Thursdays are controller days now, and why streams have been a little bit delayed for most of the week, because still adapting to my new exercise schedule, basically. But also means I have not found time to work on video scripts. But I'm getting a little bit more adjusted to it, so I'm hoping to start working on the videos soon. Because what I want to do is I want to finish my burner video before I do the burner run. Because I think it would be really cool to be like, hey, because the video, if I were to make a video on it, most of the video would be about doing the no blueprint run. Just because in a video, for a video purpose, that's more interesting than just pasting blueprints, right? So I think having the blind run is what most of my footage will be from. But I want to end it with an announcement for like, hey, I'm doing it again type of thing. As a way to actually announce the date, which means I need to finish that video before I can do the burner run, if I want to actually do that. So yeah, I should really get started on that. The annoying thing is it's probably going to be like a 20 to 30 minute video, but it's like 30 hours of footage, so I have... because a lot of it is just planning the base. So I have to... it's going to take forever to scroll through the footage. I guess there's only like 16 hours of actual content, and then 8 hours of me doing nothing and just chatting. So it's probably not that much footage to look through. Because yeah, it's like 30 hours of recording, but 10 hours of that is waiting for... probably 8 to 10 hours of that is waiting for green chips to produce. And building the outpost for green chips, which I really don't need to put a ton of that footage in. Yeah, that's the next video I have planned. Then after that, I plan to edit the hand-fed one. But then the VODs channel... part of the reason I haven't been uploading the VODs channel is because most of my work has been burner stuff. So I really only have burner designs to upload to that. And then Mondays, Meme Run Mondays, I don't upload the footage of them if I plan to make a video out of them until after the video's up. So a lot of the Meme Run Mondays we do are things I want to edit down. So that's why like the VODs channel pretty much only has the chance for me to upload like 3 burner edits a week and occasionally space exploration. But none of my Monday content I've wanted to upload because I need to do a full edit first. I might try a different editing style, because there's a couple videos that I think, or a couple runs I did, which I think would be really fun, but they need to be not post-commentary, or at least not fully post-commentary. Like, they need to be a stream highlight type of run, which is just not something I've had thought much about editing before. But I think like the random walk speed run, for example, or the permanence mod. Actually, permanence mod probably could be post-commentary. That one had a lot of stuff I had to do. But the random walk speed, for example, that would work really well as a stream highlight video with some post-commentary. It couldn't be a fully scripted video because most of it is, you know, just working with what I got, what speed I had. So a lot of it is just, oh, look, this person tried to fight a biter base and lost all of his speed, right? Like, hard to write into a script. So I do want to do that as well. And I think those types of videos are probably like 10 times easier to make in terms of how fast I could do them. And the fact that not having to write a script, which to me is like 80% of the time I spend on a video, is script writing and commentary recording, because I mumble a lot. I'm getting a lot better, but yeah, I have to re-record a lot of lines just because mumbling habits. Which is honestly why I started streaming in the first place. It's helped a lot with making me pronounce things better, or enunciate better. I still pronounce things wrong, but I enunciate those errors so that way everybody can hear them even better. Could do a dosh and go fight the biters when I get a decent... I don't know what that means. I will say I don't love the editing style, so taking influence from that isn't super interesting, super on the list. So I'm not sure there would be much for me to gain from that.
Well done, Brimstone 1. Proceed on to your next target after rearming.
Ooh.
Fire out.
Ooh, no, wait, I have a grenade launcher. Why would I want a shotgun? But no, I have plenty of ideas. I'm just saying I don't think it would be interesting as post-commentary, that video in general. And if it was post-commentary, it would be like 5 minutes.
Payload is on the ground. Vulture 1 is returning to the Gurren.
When he gets the speed boost from the random bot, he goes to fight fighters. Yeah, that's what I did in my run, too. That doesn't really help. Like I said, I don't need, like, it's not that I don't have ideas, it's just like I need to practice doing that kind of editing, basically. It's not so much that I don't have ideas of how to do it, it just requires me to look through the footage and figure out how I want to do a stream highlight. Because that's the thing, I want that one to be a stream highlight video. I want half of my videos to be stream highlights and half of them to be post commentary, roughly. Because I think that's a pretty good split. Because I like YouTube channels that do half and half. And I think one thing I have going for me is that I stream the runs, so I would like to take advantage of that with stream highlights. Because pretty much most of the challenge content on Factorio is, almost all of it is post commentary. So I just want to do something a little different. When you edit stuff, you go through footage like 150. Yeah, that's not a viable option. That's not a sustainable option for a full-length video, at least. Maybe for like clips, but that wouldn't be sustainable for going through 20 hours of footage. But that's the habit I'm trying to break, because I definitely go through the footage more often than I should. But like, I need to get better at just realizing some things just need to be cut immediately. And that just comes with practice. Like if I miss like one clip or something, the world wouldn't end. Would be much better to miss the clip than it would, for the most part, would be much better to miss the clip than it would be to spend like 2 hours finding it. Or at least that's my philosophy. Because at the end of the day, I don't have a ton of time to work on things. So I do want to try to get better about not scrubbing too many times. I mean, not saying I want to like half-ass the videos, but I just need to get more efficient at making them. Otherwise, they're going to be once every 2 to 3 month things,
Well done, Brimstone 1.
which is
Proceed on to
way
your next
less
target after
often than I
rearming.
do
Fire out.
meme runs. So I basically just need to get those to match the editing length to match
Clock
the
is
run
ticking,
length,
Brimstone 1. Let's
or
get the
be
base up and
similar.
prepare for incoming.
What kind of editing stuff did you used to do though? Did you do YouTube montages? Did you do COD montages? I hope you did COD montages. Just because those are fun. Those are good. Those are fun times of YouTube. GD. What's GD? What is GD? Geometry Dash? Oh, okay. I've never played the game, so the shorthand of it did not ring any bell to me. That seems like a decent game you could do montages to, especially since it already has music. Or it's already done to music. Wait, is it done to music? It's done to music, right?
Brimstone 1, this is
It's like a
Vulture
music-based...
1. Payload is loaded up and en
I guess
route.
rhythm game isn't the
Stay
right
clear of
word.
the drop zone.
But maybe? Okay, how's our base?
This is Pyre. Build tools out on the double Brimstone 1.
It's a
You
rhythm-ish
have
game.
incoming
Okay.
emergency threats.
Yeah, rhythm-ish seems good.
Payload is on the
I like that
ground.
description.
Vulture 1 is returning to the Gurk.
Oh, this is another thing. I don't know which one you're supposed to defend. We have this thing, and then we have our mobile HQ. I feel like you have to defend both of them, but I've never been confident. Okay, let's do a ramp wall here, I guess. Because I feel like we don't want to capture the entire area. Because it's one of those things where you can technically make a really large base sometimes. But do you really want to have your base go all the way out there when you can barely defend it? Not necessarily. Probably not. Although I don't know what the other sides look like. Oh. Oh, we're doomed. Okay, never mind. We're good. Well, we might still be doomed. Yeah, Geometry Dash, I've seen a lot of, okay, I've seen a lot of videos on it. I see a lot of, like, controversy
Arc activation
videos.
beginning in 30 seconds.
And when I say a lot, I mean, like, a couple, which is more than I've watched for most games. But, like, cheater scandal videos for it. Because that one has really interesting, like, anti-cheat measures. Of just, like, slightly changing the score screen if it detects cheating. Like, just very subtle things. I think that stuff is kind of neat. There's also a lot of, like, rumored anti-cheat mechanics in games, like, that I never really know. Like, Legend of Zelda, Ocarina of Time. Like, if it detects that you're... Or not cheating, pirate. If it detects your game is pirated, it changes their hair. I don't know if it's real, but I just love the idea of it. And I know things like that are real. And I just think that's always fun. Always a little bit funny. Like, they just ruined Zelda's hair because you pirated the game. Like, I'm all for that. I did not grab ammo. Also, we're being bombarded. Okay, we've used all of our ammo slots. I don't know where any of them are.
The base is under attack in the
This one will work.
quadrant.
Yeah, let's see. Some grenades could work. Oh wait, hold on. Oh, someone else. I thought it was 3 when you sent the Discord message, so I was worried that I had to like cancel mid-wave. Because we are so close to finishing this level, it would have been very sad to have to abruptly leave. Because there's a good chance that we get to max level right now. And then, I don't know what you grind for once you get to max level. I think you just play the game. Because this is one of those games where like leveling up isn't that important. You just get like slightly better stuff. And then you just enjoy defending against stuff and not worrying about your weapons. Because it is a fun class regardless, like even if I don't have anything to improve, other than like, I guess I can level up my shotgun, give it a larger clip. Or magazine? I don't actually know the difference. I know there is a difference. I just don't know enough about guns to know what the difference is. I think mag is the one that people usually mean to use. And clip is like a very specific thing that's almost never right to use.
Keep that base standing.
Is that's the impression I got from my roommate, who was very, very annoyed whenever you called something a clip. Clip versus mag. What is the difference? You tell me, Google. Clip versus mag. Magazine feeds ammunition into the gun, while clip loads ammunition into the magazine. Okay, so those are a little bit different. A lot different.
The base is under
So I
attack.
feel like if you increase one, you increase the other. Do you think I'm doomed? I think I'm doomed. They launched my body a bit too far away, so there's no way an ally is going to get to me. Yeah, no, I'm definitely... They definitely tried. Oh, that's disappointing. Someone tried to send out a medic zone. I think someone tried to send a medic drone to me, and they missed my body by like half a foot. Bummer. Oh wait. I did not realize we could resurrect in this mode. Okay, never mind. I thought we were just going to sit out for the rest of the wave, but turns out we're fine. Turns out we are totally fine. I'm okay with this. So I like all the ladders people added up here. Actually, why wasn't I sitting up here? This would be perfect for a grenade.
The base is under attack in the northern
Or any
part.
weapon. Honestly, a high vantage point I think is good for pretty much any weapon type except maybe a shotgun. Although in this game, even a shotgun would be good from this point. Yeah, I might try Helldivers next Thursday, or Factorio practice with controller. The thing is, Factorio controller practice is incredibly stressful because the controls are so weird to me.
The Ark has completed
Ooh.
its data gathering cycle. All troopers on the ground.
So like, it's not a
prepare for
great like
extract.
relaxing Thursday game, just because I spend so much time disliking the controls. Eventually, I'll get used to them, but I know the first week I do it is gonna feel rough. So I don't think I should start on a Thursday for that. Maybe I should just do like a Saturday practice, and then do Thursdays as controller Factorio. Because I do actually want to start doing a consistent controller, or I was wanting to do a consistent controller playthrough of Factorio. Like see if I can make a dedicated any percent base with a controller focus, just for fun. But I had trouble bringing myself to do anything any percent related for a while, so we'll see. But I do kind of have that in the, well, not in the works, but once I'm done with burner designs, that's something I can do. Because once we're done with burner designs, we have like 3 or 4 days of the week freed up that I can start doing other things again, like more meme runs or different long-running Factorio content. Lots of options. They could be probably not full-on speedruns. I could do like controller default settings or controller any percent. Could be kind of fun. I could also start doing longer mods. Like I know a lot of people want me to do Ultra Cube or whatever it's called. That's definitely up there. I think it's Ultra Cube. I think I've gone it wrong enough that I know for sure it's Ultra Cube. But I definitely want to play that one. And then I think there's just other ones. Maybe one day I'll play Industrial Revolution. Not on stream, but like maybe I'll just play that casually sometime. That would be really cool. Or maybe maybe I could email the creator, see if he's if he can give permission to stream it. Because there's always an option to just ask for permission. Regardless of what the main license is, like you can always just ask. It might not go anywhere, but it could be worth a shot if the game's fun enough. Also, why don't we make our base out of these things? These things are invincible. We could detect the art. We could protect our base with just a wall of vertibirds, and we'd be great. Oh, is he? I wasn't sure. Because it, like, people can have, some people are just, like, picky about their, like, some things being used without permission. It's like having like the license just be restricting doesn't necessarily mean anything. But I've also never talked to them, so I'm just thinking there's a chance. Okay, so maybe that one won't be on the list. This is very smoky. I can't see a thing. That mission went really well, though.
Wipe your damn feet off and step into my ship.
I was like very middle of the road. I'll take it. I only died once. Nice. Okay, let's see if we get that. We need 3,500, I think. Oh, we might have made it. Unless double XP gets me there. Nope. That is unfortunate. That is very unfortunate. So, I am like one very quickly failed mission away from from being max level. Very sad. I only needed like, well, actually I would have needed like 200 kills. I'm surprised that gave me such little experience. I usually get like 3,000 from win missions. Oh wait, that's from horde mode. Horde mode tends to give a lot more. But that's it for me. I said I have something I have to do soon, and the only games I had planned were multiplayer, so they're not things I could pause, because I don't know when the person's going to get here, or how long it will take, which means I just can't really do anything until that's done. So we'll just call it. Should be back Saturday, probably with burner designing. But we're definitely getting close to the base. Oh, and HD rendering is done? Okay, I will definitely check that out. Hey, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for hanging while we played a non-Factorio game. It's always a weird it's always a weird Thursday, but I don't know. It's nice to take one day a week to get a different game out of the way. But have a wonderful evening, and I'll see you all next time. Peace.